guys, and welcome back to Haut Beyleron. We're here again. We're still in August. Like I said, we're gonna save this episode for getting some seeding and some field work done. Now, we've started off down in our bottom field because I had a quick look at the requirements, and field 38, 39 actually requires some lime. So what we're going to do, we're going to get some headlands done for this field. We're putting in the canola, as you can see. This will all go up into the oil mill. We'll get some headlands done real quick. We'll put this onto a worker and we'll go and jump into the stayer and we'll get some lime spread onto that top field. What we're gonna have to do though, and what we'll do here in a second, just let me get around this corner, is we're gonna have to jump into productions menu and just make sure that we actually had that lime production facility going. Okay, so we'll lift that up. We're going to want to do a couple of runs up and down on this side just so that worker doesn't get trapped on that fence. Drop that down there, get going again. And what we'll do is we'll actually let the worker go up and down there, because like I said, we want to come in. We want to go into productions and we want to find our lime production. Yes, we do have lime in storage. That's good. Okay, so we'll let this worker go up here again. We'll take over at the top. We'll do a down, come back up, and then we'll let the worker go from there. Okay, so it hasn't gone right to the edge there either. At least I don't think it has. Oh, it might have. That's okay. It won't hurt if we just do this. That's right, we're going down and up. So yeah, we'll get that side of the headland done. We're not too concerned about the other end. He's got quite a fair ways in between him and the road. It was more so this end. I was just concerned about a worker running into that fence, which is what we definitely don't want. But everything seems to be going well. Now, looking at what we've got to do compared to how long we've got to do it, I think it's time we push that back up to ×5, get the time running, get everything producing quicker again. So we'll get those cows making some milk, we'll get the chickens laying some more eggs, and from there, everything should be absolutely golden. It's got nothing in this field, so we'll just run across there. I actually wouldn't mind buying that field and also the field up beside the shop and joining them together. Obviously at a much later date, because those two fields alone are quite expensive. Not only that, but the equipment we would want to run on them is going to be super expensive. So we're going to want big tractors, big planters. We've already got a big cultivator, so that's good. But we're also going to want our sprayer and so on for killing off weeds. The fertilizer we've got, or the spreader we've got, isn't too bad. That's our spreader and for fertilizer and for lime. I think it's about 36 meters that thing does with the spreading discs on it. Oh, I've actually put some canola into that other field already. That's okay. So like I said, we'll get this turned around, get it up against the edge. Get it going, and we'll let the worker keep going with that. We'll run back over to the farm. As you can see, we've got quite a decent amount of honey sitting there. We've still got these set up. We're going to have to move them out of the way because eventually we are going to be putting some more grass into there to do silage. Get that turned off. We're on the wrong side of the tractor. Get this guy out. Now we need to come over to here. Now we want to open this up. Oh, look out, the cats are attacking each other. Oh, just spilling that onto the ground. Perfect, so that should be enough for this field. It is just the one field we need to do. Would be nice if I had my GPS on this tractor, but we don't. Get everything unfolded. Get that camera out nice and wide. And we'll get this line laid down. While we do this, guys, we'll get you bopping along to some music. We'll speed time up a little bit with the time lapse. And once we've got this done, we will jump back in. We'll take over from the worker. We'll keep that time lapse going, and we will get some planting done. And hopefully have both these fields sowed with canola in a fairly short time period. Sort of hoping we can get all of this done here in one hit quite easily. And we did end up having more than enough lime, so that's perfect. Work is continuing on. He's probably about a quarter of the way through the field. But once that's done, that tractor will literally come straight into this field. Like I said, we'll get both fields done with canola. We've got plenty of oats in the grain mill, so we don't need to continue on with any sort of flour. We've got plenty of sugar beets still in the sugar mill, so we don't need to worry about the sugar mill for quite a while. We've got the sunflowers over in field 17. Once again, that's terrible reversing. Yeah, we've got the sunflowers over in field 17, so we don't need to worry about sunflower oil, but we've got very little canola. Now, what we want to do is start putting some money or some effort into some things that are gonna make us a decent amount of money in return. So I'm thinking that the canola oil is probably going to be one of our best bets. Weeds are growing, so we've got to get a weeder through here as well. What we'll do is we'll get this rolled and we can move on to weeding a bit later. We'll get you out of there. Now, realistically, what we actually need to do is get that jacket off, because what's the temperature? Oh mate, must be cooking in there. 26 degrees. Okay, so we will let that work continue on for a little bit. We'll go and have a slight wardrobe change. Now, once we get quite a ways through that field, we could actually put the stayer onto the roller and get that rolling underway. 26 degrees, I reckon that is perfect weather for a shirt. We won't go with any brands that we don't have. Don't have Voucher, don't have New Holland, we don't have Massey. Don't have anything Crone. Don't have anything Hardy. So yeah, we'll rock the Farm Sim shirt. Actually, he's quite a decent ways through that, so what we'll do is we'll run back over to the stayer. I've already got the weight on the front, so that's good. And our roller should be in here beside the cultivator. Now, this is something we can probably look at upgrading as well somewhat soon. But for the size fields that we currently have, it's not too bad. It gets the job done in a decent time frame. Get him unfolded. Like I said, we'll get the worker going with this. We'll go and take over the more important, the more fun job of putting those crops in the ground. But she should do pretty well. Yep, right on the edge, so that's perfect. And it will obviously take a bit more later on as it gets down here, because the field's not exactly straight. But we'll run out of her weight and we'll go and tell old mate down here that must be her twin sister. Either that or they shop at the same place. But we'll reverse that up and we'll continue on.
We could leave this place, stay in bed for days. You'd be my Yoko and I'd be your John. You'd show your secret tattoo, maybe I'd get one too. You and me can start a whole new chapter. Oh, when you smile at me, I can feel the whole world turning. Oh girl, you're one of a kind, I just can't get you off my mind. And baby, we'd be unshakable. You and me would fit so fine, just tell me how to make you mine. And girl, we'd be unbreakable. We'll get past Sunday morning. There's a future for us that's dawning. Oh girl, you're one of a kind, I just can't get you off my mind. And baby, we'd be unshakable. You and me would fit so fine, just tell me how to make you mine. And girl, we'd be unbreakable. Oh girl, you're one of a kind, I just can't get you off my mind. And baby, we'd be unshakable.
Did just spy that tiny little bit up on that corner. Figured we'd get that taken care of. What we'll do, we'll leave him in there for a second. We'll get this turned around. Hopefully without knocking out the street sign. Oh, perfect. And we'll get a worker to take this over again. Oh, didn't like the idea of moving across that gap, mate. That's okay, we'll get it done. Oh, I suppose I should really turn that drill on. Don't think we actually did much of anything there. In fact, I know we did. Oh no, we've just damaged our own fence. And here I was worried about the workers hitting it. And we're just gonna have that tiny little speck down in that bottom corner. It's alright, we'll take care of that. We're gonna have to come back and take care of the edges with the rolling anyway. The worker doesn't seem too keen on going all the way to the edge, but that's okay. That just gives us a headland to roll at the end. Considering the size of the fields, pretty sure this one we're about to touch down into is smaller. so we won't need to worry about filling either the fertilizer or the seeds up. So just dropping down that. Do 2 headland passes on this side. We'll let the worker take over, and we'll take over from the rolling. Do we do a 3rd pass just to get him away from that trailer? Because I think he's going to hate that, especially where it is. And he should be good there. Happy days. Okay, so let's go and have a look at what you're doing. Nothing super special, that's for sure. That's alright, we'll take over, we'll get it done. Did miss a little bit along the edge there, but that's fine, we're not too concerned about it. For the most part, it's done and dusted as we need it to be. We've still got to run up to the other end of the field and finish that off. That's not too bad. That's 1 field down, 1 field on its way. Oh, we don't want to take those honey boxes with us. Start dropping that down now. There we go. First thing in the morning, this is going to need to be weed picked. Hopefully the weeder we have works and we don't have to rent a sprayer again like we had to with the sunflowers. But that will be a task for the next episode. What we'll do is we'll let him get ahead. We'll just float around and see what's going on at our productions. We definitely want to jump down here to the chickens because we're going to need to start pulling some eggs out before we run out of space. We'll just drop them down there in the shade for now. And same with this side. Oh, can't really do that. That's alright. We'll just flick them out of there for now. Okay, 2 more. That's not bad. We're starting to produce some eggs at a rapid rate. We will have to have a look and see what age our chickens are at though. I got a funny feeling we're going to have some that need to be sent to Ingham's. If Ingham's even want them. Okay, so if we just jump into here. Chickens. Oh no, they're new ones. That's okay. Age 6 months. Oh no, there we go. That's to buy them. 24 months, so you guys are right on the edge. Anything older than that, and we are gonna sell. Oh. 25. We'll let them go for another month or so. I think I was more worried just about the fact that it was 50% on their reproduction. Okay, so there's another $1,200 in chickens sold. And that gives us some space to breed some more, so that's good. We've got our bale stocks. Sort of need to get onto the silage and the hay again soon. Although we've got plenty in the barn at the moment. And start zooming around the map. We know we've got plenty of honey up there. We know we've got plenty of strawberries. We should have at least another pallet up here now. Yep, there's one up there. Don't expect there to be any at the tailor shop. No, just the ones that were there. As you saw, we took a heap of sugar. We haven't turned the oil mill on yet. We'll wait for the sunflowers. What have we got up here? Oh, we've got another 3. Well, another 2 on top of the one that we had. So there's another potentially $18,000 sitting there. And we don't own any of this, so that's all good. That is set to... Sorry, that is set to distribute to here. So we'll go and check this out. It'll be whatever was left. We haven't turned the bakery back on. So another 2 pallets of bread. We'll make sure to pick them up before December. When the price of bread is good, they can go up with the ones we've already got at the farm shop. We've got our little stash of things around the corner here. So we've got our eggs, we've got our sugar. The only thing we're waiting for in here is milk and butter. So we've got this guy going. Realistically, I wouldn't expect there to be any butter here just yet. No, but there should be one on the way. Yeah, 657 litres, so we're not doing too bad. Perfect, let's get back down to the map. He's cracking along. That should give us plenty of space to catch up. So we'll keep going, we'll crack on, we'll get the rolling done in behind old mate. we're going to let work continue on with the rolling. I can imagine he's about to tell me that he's blocked. Yes, he is. Right, so we're not going to let the worker continue on with the rolling. What we'll do, we'll let him run down here, we'll bring it back up. This guy, your mate. We'll do a couple of runs here and there just to get this end to a point where a worker shouldn't need to come near it. Missed another giant chunk there, that's okay. It's more so about getting the majority of it done. Yeah, no, I'm not happy with that. I was kind of hoping you'd at least level yourself up. Right, now you can take off. And now, no, we won't even bother. We'll just grab this at the end once he's done. You may have heard me talk about we were going to plant some grass in this and potentially join all of this together. What we may end up doing is once we've moved on to bigger and better fields, we may turn this entire farm into grass. You haven't completed your task at all, man. And if by then we can afford something along the lines of the Crone Big M, we'll be laughing, because we will definitely use that or utilise that to mow this entire section. We could split half of it, half and half, do half grass, so half silage, half hay. But that's a long way away. By then, I would sort of be hoping that we were also onto our next series, not too far into it, but onto our next series, and this would just be running once or twice a week, just to sort of keep moving things along and seeing where we could take it. Yeah, I think we better give everything here a wash off. We'll just scoot that drum up to the end there. Stand on top of the pressure washer just so we can get the top of the grill, top of the bonnet. Get the old girl looking nice and clean. We'll let the worker hopefully continue on with getting his job done, which is the rolling. We'll get this put away. We won't bother topping it up just yet because we may use the planter on the next field. We might put an another hit of sunflowers in there. Okay, we've messed this up. We're going to hit our equipment. There we go. That gets that put away. Gets the fent looking nice and tidy. That can just nose into there. Okay, so we're gonna have to do the bottom run down here as well. That's fine. Just drop it down on the bitumen. Hopefully the council doesn't say anything. Oh, and it's not wide enough. Oh, it's just wide enough if you get it right, which we haven't. That's okay, we'll leave him to continue on. Hopefully now he's got no excuse to do what he just did. Which he's going to. Workers in this game are shocking. Anyway, we'll leave him on. He can continue doing that. Hopefully he gets that next run done all nicely. Thanks for joining in, guys. Very, very short episode. Was probably mostly montage. Or attempted montage at least. Time-lapse and so on. But we got a fair bit done. So, cultivating was finished off screen. Then we got seeding, rolling. Quick look around to see what we had production wise, but that was pretty much all we had for August. September we will just literally weed these two fields. Hopefully we can weed them, we don't have to spray them, and then we'll start moving on until October, which is when our sunflowers are ready to harvest. But like I said, guys, thanks for joining in. Hope you liked the episode. Don't forget, hit that notification bell, tap that subscribe button, share the video if you liked it, and we'll see you guys next time.